society playing out in real time. What you saw on the screen were not just viral videos, or even what I call a distant headline. They are desperate, violent gaps of a failing generation. I mean, a generation in profound crisis. A young man there who brutally slaughters his own mother for just 40 million naira. That was an inheritance that was kept from the father for the family. Teenagers, you also saw there, engaging in merciless school bullying, and I'm sure everybody also saw it on the screen at some point. The chilling spectacle of young boys bathing in a cemetery, just for wealth, driven by a blinding greed for instant wealth and instant money. A 17-year-old boy who leaves home and simply never returns again because he went to visit his friends. This happened, it's not up to 2 weeks. He died, they brutally murdered him. These are not anomalies. They are terrifying harvests of what happens when we abandon the boy child. Standing on all existing protocols, our honorary summit patron, Dr. Tunji, who just came. Thank you, sir, for coming. Our special guest of honor, Mrs. Adeliti, our chief book presenter, Dr. Dakubu Peterside, our keynote speaker, Mr. Kehinde Salami, our guest speakers, Dr. Doko Adedeji, members of our advisory board, Baba K, like we often will call him, Sadiqs, Fabia, respected guests, my friends, and all the boys here, beloved parents who have also joined us. And again, my amazing mom, we welcome you and we want to say good morning to you all. I'm sorry I had to start with those movies so that with those viral videos so they can sink in a little bit. Today, as we mark the International Day of the Boy Children and celebrate 5 years of our Boy Child Transformation Center, we are here to say something that is absolutely very simple but very, very important. The boy child matters too. Not more than the girl children, because often when we start talking about the boy child, we all hear, well, the girl child is more vulnerable. But there is something we are also missing. The boy child matters too, not more than the girl children, not instead of the girl children, but alongside her. So because a balanced society cannot exist when one side is empowered and the other is emotionally abandoned. For far too long, society handed our young men a dangerous, toxic handbook. We told them, man up, don't cry. When you cry, there's something wrong with you, you're emotionally drained. Your value is strictly in your financial dominance. But at BTC, we call that the macho box, a societal operating system that penalizes emotional intelligence and teaches boys to suppress their humanity. We left them to navigate a silent minefield without a compass. And the consequences are now showing up every day in our fractured homes, on our streets, and even in our boardrooms. I do not speak to you today just as a strategist or a corporate executive looking at the future of talent pipeline. I speak to you as a mother. Raising my 3 sons, I have seen firsthand the incredible silent pressure placed on their shoulders, the fear of failure, the fear to fail, and to do well almost immediately after school and all of that. The need to belong, sometimes behind the I am fine as a boy who is confused, hurting, and desperately looking for direction. That is why 5 years ago, we refused to be passive observers. Through the Boy Child Transformation Center, BTC, we built a strategic intervention platform. We did not just create a charity, we built a laboratory for ethical leadership. We started actively engineering executive functions, teaching cognitive empathy, and reminding the boys that true masculinity should never mean violence, it should not mean irresponsibility, or it should not also mean emotional silence. Often they want to know more, often they are very intrigued by what is happening in the society, we must continue to open our doors to them. So today we take that mandate to the ultimate level and we go what I call unboxed. Unboxed, speaking to why part of the reason why we are here again, the book we are revealing today is not just a commentary on the problems that we have seen, but is our definitive executive or execution playbook. I'm sure a lot will be spoken to it. It challenges us to remove the levels and the traps that hold our boys hostage. But we are not stopping our theory. I need you to understand that. Through what we call our Wings Challenge, the Walk in My Shoes Challenge that we have literally every year, you will hear directly, even from the boys also seated here, how they are dismantling stereotypes and how they are also speaking to bringing themselves out of the boxes that the world has actually placed them on. We have given them the boardroom stage to pitch their own actionable solutions to these societal traps, because you cannot solve a crisis without actually listening actively to those who are surviving it. To the corporate leaders who are seated here, policymakers in the room, investing in these boys is not just charity, I must say that again. It is nation building. When we look at leadership deficit in our political arena today, we are looking at the exact cost of abandoning the boy children or the boy child. This is your future workforce, they are your future workforce, and they are also the ethical statemen or statemen in our country that our country desperately needs. To every parent, to every teacher here, to every mother, please do not just ask the children or the boys what you want to become, what they want to become. Ask them how they are doing. You must listen. You must guide. And I give this example all the time. My first son, who graduated about 2 years ago, every day I receive the minimum, it's about 10 calls from him, trying to navigate life, trying to speak to someone, trying to ask questions and all of that. And I need you to also open your doors, open your ears to your children, especially the boy children. Do not leave them to figure it out. You must help them out. And to every boy in the room, you do not have to prove your strength through violence or illicit money or yahoo yahoo or silence. I'm going to speak to that today again briefly. Your voice matters. Your future is absolutely very important. The time to intentionally raise better children, better boys, and build better men is now. And I want to thank you all once again to this 6th edition, which we call the Shit Unboxed. Welcome to our 5th anniversary. And God bless you for coming.